I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making hits, dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dog. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all.
What up, guys? I'm back with another video, man. But before we get started, before I get to this, let me give you guys a round of applause, man. Let me give y'all a round of applause. All right, man, listen. Before we get into today's video, I gotta say I appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting the channel. But let me get this done, man. We're gonna light a candle. Gotta light this candle, man. Get some smell good in here. Shout out to my wife, man. She has an obsession with candles. Ladies that are watching, you probably can relate. So listen, man, we got the candle lit. We back. It's 2023. I appreciate all you guys, man, for supporting the channel. Man, we growing. We still growing. We still grinding. It's positive energy over here. I love it. I love the community. I see you guys in the comment section, man, interacting amongst each other, giving game, giving value, putting people on different opportunities out there. And that's what it's all about, man. But today, we got an interesting video. Some things I want to talk about. Shout out to my man who sent this or who posted this comment. LV left a comment and I want to talk about that comment. So look, man, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into this comment. All right, let me share my screen real quick with you guys, man. So I'm also testing out some new software. This is the very first video of 2023 in my office/studio. So we're gonna see how this turns out. All right, you guys definitely drop your comments. Let me know how everything look. Let me know the quality of the sound, the quality of the content, the video itself. Y'all definitely let me know in the comments, all right? So let's check this out, man, because I want to read this comment by my guy LV. So he says, I'm done with food service. I gave you US Foods a chance, but work is so inconsistent that I'm making no money. Working 3 days, 2 days, because they over hiring and don't have enough work for everyone. Equipment at USF suck. It's old and beat up, and a lot of times they don't even have enough equipment for the employees. Literally set you up for failure. Gordon seems like a way better company. As I've talked to a few drivers, they seem happy, but USF out of is nothing but garbage. On to the next gig. All right, man. Once again, man, shout out to my guy LV. Appreciate you for leaving that comment, man. But listen, when I read that comment, man, I thought it was very interesting, and I feel like there are a lot of people that are in a similar situation right now, or may have already been in this situation, and you guys may have done the same thing. You say, you know what, I gotta go, I gotta quit, man. So here's the thing, man. If you want to decrease the morale in a company or within an organization, particularly food service, since we're talking about food service, this is a food service driver, but this applies to, it doesn't matter what trucking job you have, it applies to all trucking jobs, it applies to all jobs in general, right? If you want to decrease the morale within an organization, have bad equipment, and not allow drivers to get hours, right? Particularly if they're paid by the hour. if they can't get those things, the morale is definitely going to be low, and guys aren't going to stay with the company long. They're going to do exactly what my guy LV did and left. You got to understand, man. So I see both sides of the story. I understand why companies overhire, particularly when you're talking about food service. Number one, it's a high turnover rate in food service. Any food service driver that's in the industry would tell you that people quit all the time. So I know management, when they hire more than they really need, it's because of that reason, right? They don't know how long people are gonna last. They're so used to people quitting in a short period of time. They say, you know what? We probably need to hire, when we really only need one person to fill a position, we probably gonna hire 2 or 3 people just in case that one person doesn't work out. Companies do that all the time, but especially in food service. So I understand why they do that, and that's a good thing for the company. But on the flip side of that, when you hire more people than you actually need, this is what backfires on you, right? Now you don't have enough work to spread around. Excuse me. Now you don't have enough work to spread around amongst the employees, right? You don't have that many hours to spread around. Now you got extra guys on the payroll, and you really don't have nothing for them to do. So what happens? The hours get cut, the days get cut, because the work is just not available. And that's the bad thing that happens when you hire too many people. So when it comes to LV, and the action he took was, you know what? I got bills to pay, man. I got financial obligations just like all of us out here. Hey, we got to get money. So if the income isn't coming in, we got to do the next best thing, and that is to find something else, right? And that's what he did. I'm pretty sure most people in his shoes would have done the same thing. So I know a lot of times you hear the term job hopping within the trucking industry, and a lot of guys do go from job to job to job to job to job. But the truth of the matter is, if the job isn't working out, what sense does it make to stick it out for a long period of time? Especially when you have something as valuable as a CDL license and you're in the trucking industry. Especially if you got a CDL license with experience. Why would you stick it out long term with a company when you know chances are it's not going to take you long to find something else if you have experience, right? That's even better for your resume. So listen, if you're in that situation where you're at a company right now and you're not getting the hours, you're not getting the time, the days, right? Your days getting cut, and you're just not making enough money to take care of your financial obligations, then it may be time for you to do the same thing. It may be time for you to move on and find another opportunity. Listen, when you have a CDL, the ball is in your court. You don't have to stick with a company for long periods of time when it's not working out, right? Give it a fair amount of time. I wouldn't say just go in, work for a company, and then stay 2 weeks, right? Unless it's just that bad to where you feel like, you know what, I gotta go. I can't even get this job, 3 weeks, right? If it's that bad, then yeah, you need to do the same thing. You need to get out of there. But, if you think it's some light at the end of the tunnel, you may want to stick around. It may get better. But if you in a situation like LV was, where you have bad equipment, right? That's frustrating within itself. Bad tractors, not running right, dollies, handhelds, etc., etc. Whatever resources you use to be able to do your job, if it's not in good working order, that just builds on top of the frustration, and it's just more motivation for you to say, you know what, the heck with this, I'm out of here. And me personally, I can't fault anybody for leaving a situation like that, because you don't have to be in that situation. Trust me, it is more opportunities out there for you to explore, to not waste time and being frustrated, not making any money. It's not worth it, man. Cut your losses and go find something else. Again, this was a food service delivery driver, but I know there are some other guys that are in similar situations out there. Listen, I was watching another YouTube channel, and I think I spoke about this in a previous video, but this guy came from Estes. He was at Estes for a period of time, a few years. He left Estes and went to FedEx, right? Doing LTL. So when he got to FedEx, when he first got there, he was liking the job. And he said everything was going pretty good, right? Now, keep in mind, you guys know in the trucking industry, when you go to another job or when you're new coming in, you go to the extra board, right? So you got to put your time in. You start at the bottom. You're not going to get those good runs. You just got to, build your way up. You got to build your tenure up, your seniority. You got to build that up. So he went to FedEx, and after several months, he started talking about not having any work, right? He had two options. When there wasn't any runs available, they told him, you know what? We don't have anything for you. You have to work the dock today. You can either work the dock or you can stay home. We just don't have the work available. So, I remember watching videos from him where he was sitting at home for weeks at a time. He would probably work maybe one day. There were times where he worked one day out the week. There was times where he worked 2 days out the week. And, when you got a family, man, that's tough. A lot of people can't sacrifice, to not have any income coming in, or at least not that much income coming in. So, it comes to a point to where you got to make a decision. You either got to cut your losses or, you stick with it. And, you don't have any money. So I think it's pretty much a given what somebody's going to do in that situation, right? It's like it's a no-brainer. You're going to leave. You got to find something else. Now, he's actually found something else, and it looks to be a pretty good job. He showed his paychecks on there and everything with the new company he's working for. Shout out to him, man. I'm glad he landed with a good company. But that's what you got to do sometimes, man. Sometimes you just got to go ahead and go and cut your losses and find another opportunity. There's so many opportunities out there. I post all these different trucking job opportunities on my channel to give you guys an idea of what's out there. It's way more opportunities out there than what I've posted. I'm going to continue posting different job opportunities just to show you guys that sky's the limit, right? And for the new CDL drivers out there, when you get your CDL, listen, you got to start somewhere. Everybody got to start somewhere. So if you have to do touch freight, do touch freight. Get your time in, right? If you land a job where you don't have to do touch freight, that's great. If you have to go OTR, go OTR. Do what you got to do. Get that experience in. Once you get the experience, listen, you can write your own ticket. That's what it all comes down to. All right. Get that experience, and then you'll be able to go wherever you want to go. All right. So that's my advice. You guys let me know. Have you been in this situation before? What do you think about him leaving? Did he make the right decision? Do you think he should have stayed and stuck it out? Y'all let me know in the comments. Look, man, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Once again, I appreciate you guys' support. All my new subscribers out there, shout out to y'all. Remember to hit the like button, drop a comment, and until the next video, I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Y'all take care. Peace.